So that there was the first house that we got really excited about. It was our first real contender. And every other house that we saw, both online and in person, did not even compare. And we must have seen about 100 or so houses, maybe more than that, online. And we saw 5, including this house, in person with very thorough walkthroughs and tours. And really, this was the only one that met all of our criteria and the only one that we could really see ourselves moving into and being our first home. So with that all said, we started comparing it to other houses in the area, measuring the exact distance from there to our jobs, making sure that all the little things would make us happy as well. And it was a great distance to both of our jobs. The comps or comparable properties in the area were all being sold or under contract for in the 190s, and some of them for even 200,000 or a little over 200,000. And this one's original price was 194.5, and it was twice reduced down to 174.9. It also had no other offers except for one, and apparently someone had put an offer in on this a little while back that was much lower than the current asking price, so we didn't really think that would be much competition. We decided, since we really didn't want to lose it, that we would give an offer at full asking price of $174.9, and then instead of trying to lower that price, we decided to ask the bank for help with the closing costs. Because this was a short sale, there were going to be even more closing costs than normal, so we asked for 6% of the closing costs instead of trying to lower the price. We also asked for a later closing date, but we knew that if the bank was ready earlier, we might have to push the closing date forward. But our optimal closing time would be in June, at the end of June. So that's what we put in our contract. And we also asked for the seller/bank to include a 1-year warranty, but we were willing to take the house without a warranty if they had countered us and said, we'll give it to you, but no warranty. So that's what our offer was, and we waited a long week to find out if the bank had accepted or rejected, because the bank was the one who had to make the final decision. And after a week and a day, when we hadn't heard anything, we talked to our real estate agent, and she just found out a week and a day after our offer that another party, not the original people who put an offer in before us, but a third couple or family had put an offer in on the house, and their offer was higher and, larger than ours, and basically we couldn't compare to it, because in order to beat their offer, we would be paying a lot more a month for mortgage, and we would have to set our closing date way too far, and we really don't want to have to overlap living in this apartment with moving into a new house, because we don't want to have months where we have to pay rent for here and mortgage payments at the same time. And if we had to do that, we would really only want to do it for 1 month. So there was no way we could get this house unless we were going to be paying for our mortgage about $1,400 and rent here about $1,000 a month at the same time. So that would be $24 a month, not including all kinds of other things we have to pay for, like our other bills and groceries, gas, everything. It wouldn't have been possible. And one other thing that we definitely would never ever want to waive to make a deal go faster is a home inspection. Before we get our house, we're totally getting full home inspection, radon inspection, and termite inspection. So that's something that other buyers sometimes waive to get the deal moving, and that's something that we would never ever waive. So we didn't get this house, and now we have to move on. So the house hunt is back on, and we already have found new possibilities online, and we're just going to keep searching online for anywhere for about 2 weeks to a month. And then once we get into March, April, we're really going to be aggressively doing tours and seeing a whole bunch of houses in person, because we want to have a contract signed by April 30th and have our closing by June 30th of this year in order to get the special tax credit. And we can get up to $8,000 back if we get a house by those dates. So that's our goal. Find something by those dates that meets all our criteria, and the search is on.